Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and before we continue with this video, I just want to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button and leave a like. I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that. Okay, now that that's over, Stephen A. Smith and Chris Broussard have taken the cake from Skip Bayless on who the ultimate hater is. Now, if you don't know who or what I'm talking about, right? Stephen A. Smith is a TV personality, and he hosts a show on ESPN called First Take. Chris Broussard is the same thing, but he hosts a show on Fox Sports 1 called First Things First. A lot of first in a naming scheme here. Very original. I guess haters think alike. But anyway, they're hating like it's their day job. It isn't, by the way. It's not their day job, but they're doing it still. And it's not even on a person. No. It's not even on a player. No. It's on an entire city. Millions of people. That's crazy. It's on Toronto, to be exact. Why, you may ask? Because Toronto has come up as a front runner to land superstar Kevin Durant, right? And Stephen A. Smith and Chris Broussard are both from the New York area. They would rather die than see Kevin Durant go to Toronto. Why? Because they simply don't like the fact that Toronto is in Canada. That's it. That's the reasoning. They don't like that Toronto's in Canada. Never mind, Toronto is one of the best cities in the entire world, let alone North America. No. Never mind that NBA players from all over the world who have come to Toronto, who have played in Toronto, gush over Toronto over and over and over. No, screw that. Stephen A. Smith and Chris Broussard would rather die than see Toronto win another championship. You don't believe me? Well, hear it from the horse's mouth.
Want a champion being in Canada again. The city of Toronto is great, but we know Canada loves its hockey. They had their good moments and all of that stuff, but damn it, I want the NBA champion to be an American team. I'm just gonna be clear.
This is Stephen A. Smith telling you. Stephen A. Smith has a bias against Toronto. Stephen A. Smith is part of the media. This is a occurring thing in the media, in the NBA media today, right? Because these two people don't even work for the same company. They work for two separate companies, but they are regurgitating the same type of hate. It's xenophobic. Here's another reason why Stephen A. Smith is just completely biased against the Toronto Raptors.
The fact that I am actually rooting against the Toronto Raptors, because as fabulous as I think this city is phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. It is a gorgeous mosaic personified. It is a mosaic the likes of, dare I say something you have never seen. It is special in Toronto, but I digress. Getting here is a problem. Getting here is a problem, and I'm not getting away from that. Now, listen, I'm an American citizen, okay? And I understand that, getting into the country is supposed to be difficult. But damn it, I didn't think getting into Canada was going to be that difficult, but it is. And I don't have global entry. And boy, did I pay for it yesterday. I know I'm whining. I know I'm complaining. I don't give a damn. I told y'all. I mean, how is it that I'm on a plane full of people coming from New York to Toronto, Canada, and I'm the only individual on the entire flight that they sent to the immigration line? How'd that happen? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the only dude. Me. I was on a plane. I'm the only dude that they sent to the immigration line. They must have been watching me on television and hear me on radio and said, we're going to put him through this on purpose. I'm trying to tell you. I landed here 2.5 hours before I got to my hotel. That's how long it took me to get through customs, to the baggage claim, to get my luggage, then had to go to some spot to wait for my car service and all of that other stuff. Utterly ridiculous. I don't deserve this. And that's why I'm not going to root for the Toronto Raptors. Hopefully this is my last trip here for this season, because by next year I'll have global entry.
That was Stephen A. Smith complaining like a little girl about customs and how he had to get to Toronto. Clearly, this guy has a bias, and clearly this guy just does not like the city of Toronto. Notice how he buttered you up at the beginning to lay that blow. But the most egregious thing for me is Chris Broussard. He takes the cake, right? Because his reasoning as to why Kevin Durant shouldn't go to Toronto is just, you gotta watch it for yourself.
But Twan, it's not America, and you feel it when you're there. I'm telling you, especially as an African American, it's a different situation than African Americans are used to being in. And I've talked to people in that organization pre-Ujiri about can they keep African American superstars there.
Yeah, you heard that right. That guy is paid money to say that on live television. Blows my mind. Which is wrong. Chris Broussard is wrong. Luckily, there are people out there that will call him out. Me, for example, I'm going to call out Chris Broussard. I'm a black person living in Canada. I can attest that Canada is one of the best places to live on the entire planet, not just as a black person, for anyone in general. Furthermore, if you really want to take it there, Canada has been a better place to live as a black person than it has been for the United States. Why? Go back centuries. This has been going on for centuries. Harriet Tubman. Go ask her why she was smuggling slaves on the Underground Railroad to Canada from the United States. Because Canada had freedom, while in the States they were slaves. This has been going on for centuries. So check your facts, Chris Broussard, because you're lying to yourself. And it isn't just me who called him out on his nonsense. Norman Powell, a player who played for Toronto, who lived in Toronto, had this to say about Chris Broussard's remarks. Cap. Lies. Because Chris Broussard is simply just making up stuff. He's lying, right? But I think the best rebuttal to Chris Broussard came from Richard Jefferson when he had this to say about Chris Broussard.
Out America, and you feel it when you're there. I'm telling you, especially as an African.
Ooh, wow, I am shining today. And look, I got a lot of sun. Sorry for playing so well in the 4th of July tournament. Hey, listen, I just want to go on record here and say, as a media member and as a player for 17 years, Toronto is one of the greatest cities I've ever been to. It is one of the most beautiful cities. The people, the energy, the food, everyone is so nice. We always call it like the nice New York, and players love going to New York. And I'm going to say this as an African-American player. When you look at a place like Toronto and you're like, there's so many different types of people here, and it seems like there is a positive energy everywhere you go, I'm going to say that that is false. I have not talked to Chris about this, but I'm going to come to the defense of Toronto and say, Toronto, like, you guys are all right in my book, and all the internet sleuths out there, they're going to pop up. And when you guys start seeing, hey, Richard Jefferson has always said Toronto is one of the top 5 cities in the NBA. I said Toronto, Miami, New York, LA. And then for me personally, I say Phoenix. So that for me is so false, not true. Not in my experience. I've never heard a player say anything about that in my entire 20 plus years involved in the NBA.
So yeah, the nonsense that you are hearing from Chris Broussard is just that, nonsense. It has no merit, there's no basis behind it, he has no idea what he's talking about, he's never lived as a black man in Toronto. Anybody who lives in Toronto, who has been in Toronto, has nothing but positive things to say about Toronto. So I don't know where he's getting this from, right? He should give the city of Toronto a public apology for what he's doing, because analysts like this who are biased towards Toronto, maybe how many championships do you think that's cost Toronto? Because analysts like this have just crapped on Toronto's name and made Toronto seem like a backwater, a third world country type of city. So yeah, proof, you have it here, proof here that the NBA media is biased against Toronto. NBA media is biased against Toronto. And Kevin Durant, if you ever see this, don't listen to these guys. Do not listen to these guys. These guys are liars, right? Come to Toronto, you will not regret it. But those are just my thoughts. Chris Broussard, you owe us an apology. But aside from that, guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.